Nike have just pulled one of the most genius, and I mean this, genius Caitlin Clark hype things we've seen. And I am very impressed because I was not high on what Nike had done. I thought Nike had done a lot of really bad things with Caitlin. I didn't know if Nike were even capable of doing something good with Caitlin, but they are.
So, Nike just pulled off something I genuinely didn't think they were capable of anymore. After months of questionable marketing decisions with Caitlin Clark after campaigns that felt disconnected and merchandise that barely moved the needle, they finally cracked the code. And what they've done here isn't just clever, it's potentially game-changing for how we think about athlete branding in women's basketball.
You can make it from anywhere. Caitlin, can you make it from there? Where she's just shooting from deep. And the whole thing is about, like, how about from here? And I think that is kind of perfect because you've got all these people saying, oh, Caitlin can't make them here. By the way, this one's really, really annoying. I'm going to talk about this later. That why is like, oh, from here, and they're talking about the international fans. But I'm like, man, you literally can't. People are talking about the international fans, but you can't actually get anything Caitlin
from anywhere. 2 words that Nike is betting will become as culturally significant as Be Like Mike was in the 90s. The entire campaign centers on Caitlin's deep-range shooting, which makes perfect sense when you look at the numbers. She averaged 8 for 3-point attempts per game in her rookie season with 8 makes from beyond the arc, but more importantly, she's attempting shots from 28, 30, even 35 feet out with regularity. That's not just WNBA range. That's a completely different category of shooting. And here's what Nike understands that a lot of brands miss. You don't market the complete player. You market the signature moment. The thing that makes people stop scrolling.
Understands that she's one of the best shooters of all time. Now it's time to prove that you're a shooter also. Get creative and share your own trick shot video using hashtag from anywhere, hashtag team Nike, hashtag Nike basketball. I don't know if this is an ad, but this is really smart. We need Michael Jordan and Larry Bird to reunite for one with Caitlin Clark, one of the best shooters of all time. I'm going to say one of the most impactful shooters of all time. You know what? Like, there are people that put that say because what someone did in college, they're one of the best shooters of all time. She's easily one of the best deep 3 shooters of all time. She's some of the best range of all time. And you have now got a big social media.
Now, watch what Nike did next because this is where it gets strategic. They didn't just run ads. They seeded a challenge across social media using influencers and content creators. Lethal Shooter, one of basketball's biggest training personalities with over 3 million followers, posted the hashtag From Anywhere challenge on Christmas Day. The Go Jester, another massive sports content creator, did a paid partnership showing trick shots from absurd distances. This isn't traditional advertising. This is cultural engineering. Nike is trying to make range become part of basketball vocabulary the same way Curry range became a thing after. And they're using the exact same playbook that worked for Steph because there's a proven template here.
The goal from Nike, what will sell is, like, people my age remember when Jimmer range meant something. People my age, remember when Curry range first became a thing. But for me, Jimmer range was different. The way, like, people were literally, for a brief period in time, people, when they threw a ball into a bin, they said, they shouted Jimmer. Very few of them. Very.
Remember Jimmer for debt for about 6 months in 2011. Kids were yelling Jimmer when they threw paper into trash cans. It was brief, it didn't last, but it happened that cultural penetration even temporarily moved merchandise and created buzz that translated directly into draft stock and endorsement value. Now imagine that same phenomenon but sustained over years instead of months, and you're looking at what Nike is attempting with Caitlin Clark. The difference is Caitlin has something Jimmer never had. Staying power at the professional level. She's not going to flame out overseas. She's already proven she can dominate in the WNBA, averaging 19. 2 points and 8. For 4 assists per game as a rookie while leading the league in assists. The foundation is solid, which means this marketing push has room to grow.
But there were people that shout Jimmer instead of Kobe. But now it's the stage where people might start, if they throw from really far away, start shouting Caitlin Clark. or shouting Caitlyn. Because at the end of the day, look, it's genuinely a big thing. It is a big thing. And once that becomes mainstream, once it becomes mainstream that Caitlin Clark becomes synonymous with long range shooting and not just like, and it becomes a kind of brand thing, Nike will sell so much shit.
Here's why the deep three is the perfect thing to build a brand around. It's the most exciting play in basketball, period. Not the most skilled, not the most athletic, but the most exciting. When someone launches from 35 feet and it goes in, everyone reacts. The crowd explodes. Social media clips go viral. It's visual. It's dramatic. It's instantly shareable. That's why Steph Curry became the most popular player in the NBA despite never winning a Finals MVP until 20. His jersey outsold LeBron's for years. Caitlin Clark's jersey outsold LeBron's in her rookie season. The pattern is clear. Deep shooting creates a different category of fan engagement.
Yeah, look, for me anyway, this is huge. This is absolutely huge, and I gotta give credit where credit's due to Nike. I think Nike did it perfectly. I think Nike have branded this perfectly. They have now. There was Be Like Mike, and it's not going to be Like Caitlyn. Doesn't sound right, but Caitlyn range, shooting from Caitlyn range, and if it becomes a thing where, and it is to a lesser extent, where you see kids, obviously you know the whole thing.
And Nike knows this is their most valuable women's basketball partnership possibly ever. Not because Caitlyn is necessarily going to be the best player in WNBA history, though she might be, but because her game translates to viewership in a way that no other women's player's game does. Paige Vickers might end up being technically better. A'ja Wilson is already a two-time MVP, but neither of them will bring the casual fan engagement that Caitlyn brings because neither of them has that signature moment that makes non-basket fans stop and watch. Look at the numbers from her rookie season. Games Caitlyn played and averaged 1.32 million viewers on major networks. Games without her under 400,000. That's not just star power. That's a completely different tier of cultural relevance.